Good morning and welcome to Cincy Lifestyle on this Martin Luther King Jr. Day. We are so proud to celebrate him today.
Yeah, and to have you join us in that celebration. We've got a number of things we'll be talking about related to that today, but we're going to start with your experience this morning at the breakfast.
The breakfast was amazing. One of the things I really loved about, I guess probably my favorite, because I love young people and when they are doing great things, but 3 young persons received awards for some of their work that they have done about Martin Luther King Jr., and it was phenomenal. These students are, you look at the students like this and you wonder, what was I doing when I was their age? But they
I don't wonder. I remember.
You
and
remember?
Unfortunately, it's
you didn't get any awards for that.
Disappointing, right? No, I got booted out of institutions, but no.
Well, the kids were fantastic, and the speaker, she was phenomenal. So it was just a great morning. You go to these things, you see a lot of people you haven't seen in a while. It is great, but I had to leave to make sure I got here for the show.
Sure.
To be with you.
Sure. Well, we're going to try to, as we said earlier, we're going to try to continue that theme. We as we talk about the civil rights movement and we look back on it, we think about a lot of the sites of the civil rights struggle, the fire hoses used on some of the marchers, the dogs, the marches themselves, and the sit-ins. Things that come to mind when you think back about it if you lived through that era. But just as important as what we saw were the sounds, the things we heard, many of them Negro spirituals, which were sung by marchers, such songs as We Shall Overcome. Now, the value of those songs is what Dr. Tammy Kernodle will talk about as the keynote speaker for the Martin Luther King Day Observance Music Hall. And Mona, I'm betting that's going to be a great speech.
That is a good bet, Clyde. And right now I want to welcome Dr. Tammy Kernodle, a professor of musicology at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. Tammy, thank you so much for being here. First of all, I just have to say, we were talking, being a professor of musicology is the coolest title anyone can have.
Yes, it's truly a blessing. I enjoy what I do at Miami and as a scholar.
Well, tell us about you being the keynote speaker, and what are you going to talk about today?
Well, first of all, it's such an honor as a transplant to Cincinnati. Much of my history is embedded in this history because I'm a daughter of the South. I was born in Danville, Virginia, which was the site of one of the bloodiest civil rights campaigns outside of Birmingham. So I'm going to bring my experience as a young woman growing up and hearing these songs in the churches, but also as a scholar who has looked at this music for a long period of time. And so we won't be just focusing on the music of the time of King, but offering a larger context of how music has really framed the long civil rights struggle in America.
This is really interesting. The theme is Sounds of Struggle, Songs of Freedom. Tell me how you're going to talk about that and weave that in.
So I'm actually going to start by talking about King's use of music. The King portion, the King years of the movement were a key period in terms of the integration of art as a strategy of resistance. When you think of nonviolent resistance, we oftentimes have these images of people being very passive, but they were actually very radical and transgressive. The radicalness came in how they used their voices and how they used music as a deterrent against the violence that was enacted against them. And so I'm going to start at that point and then take people back to think about what has been this long history in terms of Black music, weaving these narratives of liberation and transcendence and bringing it even forward to today and talking about our current times and how do we see the world around us and how artists and musicians are interacting or reacting to that.
So what is it that you want people to take away from your speech today?
Couple of things. I want them to take away the notion that their voice is powerful. The people and the music that we're going to talk about came out of ordinary situations, grassroots experiences. And oftentimes we think that we don't have the power to enact change, that maybe we're not articulate, we're not strong enough, we don't have the right values. But I want people to take from the example of King and the people around him, that they're capable of enacting change, sometimes in simple ways, just by lifting their voice.
Oh, that is fascinating to me. That is so great. So tell me what you think as as a professor of musicology, what do you think Dr. King's legacy is?
Well, I think his legacy was a couple of things. I think first was his coalition building. And what King brought to the movement was a larger swath of people who were engaged in and bought into this idea of an integrated free America. And so actors, actresses, I want people to think differently beyond we shall overcome. I want them to have a sense of how music has played an important part of shaping our consciousness, even when we're not aware of that. So I think one of his greatest legacies was how he recognized the power of music.
This is going to be fascinating and just really great. So tell us where people can go and what time today you're speaking at Music Hall.
So today it's going to be at noon at Music Hall, and I'm going to be joined by some wonderful musicians and singers that come from all over the tri-state area.
All right. I hope people will get out there. I'm going to try to get out of here and leave to go down there to see you today. Thank you so much. Noon at Music Hall. You got to see her. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Clyde?
Well, Mona, while the National Underground Railroad Freedom Center is physically here in the tri-state, its goal is to be a beacon of light across the globe. And one way the center is doing this is by honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And here with us now to talk more about how that is going to play out today is Gina Goings, Vice President of Institutional Advancement at the National Underground Railroad Freedom Center. Gina, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about some of what you've got planned today.
Sure. It's a big day for us. And we are so excited. We started, of course, Mona was at the breakfast, and that was a wonderful, wonderful experience. It's about 10 o'clock now, so we're starting to gear up for the MLK March, which is happening on the Rosa Parks side.
Begins there.
It begins there at 10:30, and if folks get there early, they can go to the Kroger. Kroger's our presenting sponsor for the day, and they have a yummy warming station with delicious hot beverages. So, and it's a cold one today, so they probably need to be there. That's right. So the march starts at 10:30, and then we open our doors free to everyone at 12 to 5. It is a huge day for us. All hands on deck. We are going to have all kinds of things, such as the Hawksworth Blood Center will have.
And just to point out, we've got a little video from inside playing, so keep going.
Okay.
Don't let me stop you.
Awesome. No, that's awesome. And by the way, that implicit bias that you just showed is brand new. We just had it redone, so visitors can experience that today as well. We have a family-friendly coloring station going on. We have a blood drive, as I said, and we have 2 screenings today for free, which are True Justice, Brian Stevenson's Fight for Equality, and that's happening. And we also have a very special EW Scripps Company book reading and giveaway.
Okay.
And we're very excited because, of course, WCPO is part of that family, and we are going to have some of your talent there reading today.
Very briefly, because we got just a little bit of time left, but you're also going to have a freedom writer there. Just give me a few seconds about how important that is.
Yes, that was our keynote speaker today. Her name is Miss Betty Miss Betty Daniels Roseman, and she was a freedom writer. She went to the South to integrate and rode buses to integrate them. And so, again, as Mona said, very powerful speaker.
So a lot going on today. What do you hope people will take away from this experience?
We hope it's a family day. Bring your family, dress warm. We will try to get you in. There will be long lines, be patient, but I promise it's going to be worth it. And it is such a great experience to experience Dr. King's Day at the National Underground Railroad Freedom Center.
And right quick, the address for people who are looking to get down there.
50 Freedom Way.
50 Freedom Way.
And all of this can be found on our website, which is freedomcenter.org.
Okay. All right, Gina, thank you so much for being here with us. We appreciate it.
Thank
Have a
you.
continued great day.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Mona?
Well, does being your own boss sound attractive to you? Well, it does for a lot of people, and that's why a local nonprofit is helping educate people on how to be an entrepreneur. And they're celebrating a big milestone this year, and I want to welcome Willie Hill III, the Executive Director of GCMI. Thank you so much, Willie, for being here.
Thank you, Mona. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about GCMI.
Okay, GCMI, we've been around for 21 years. We've been serving low to moderate income neighborhoods and individuals and disadvantaged business owners. We provide them with business development classes, business coaching, and access to capital. And over the last couple years, we really started to emphasize some entrepreneurship education, building entrepreneurial skill sets. So.
Tell me about the impact that you've had at people in your more than 20 years.
On our 20 years. Well, we have entrepreneurs sprinkled all through the city, and different neighborhoods, different communities. And the most powerful thing really is to be able to help individuals create self-sufficiency for themselves, for their families. And so it's exciting and fun to see the impact that you have on individuals' lives. So.
Now we're looking at pictures and photos of some of the classes that you offer.
Yeah.
So tell us what kind of classes you offer and how it helps people.
Okay. Well, we offer really for that novice person who's exploring, trying to figure it out, because a lot of people have a lot of great ideas, right? And we try to help them put those ideas together, help them put some structure to it, and then carry it to the level where it can become a business opportunity for them. And so we have what we call Business One, which is our intro level, in which that's one of the things that we're celebrating our 100th class. And then we have what we call our Ice House Entrepreneurship Program, which helps build entrepreneurial skill sets. And then we have our second level for both of those. It's called Business Two, which is real the nuts and bolts of really getting that business plan structure and really going into business. So.
Okay, now you are trying to get in touch with a few of your past students.
Yes,
Tell me why and what's happening.
Well, we're celebrating our 100th class of our Business One, which is our entry level class, and so we've been helping the individuals since 1998. So that's a long time, and so we want to reach out to them. We want them to contact us and to let us know where they're at, and we're also having an event on the 30th at Red Rose Gym Pizzeria in College Hill, which is also a GCMI loan client.
Oh, great.
So we try to pay it back a little bit, but we want to celebrate our alumni and just have a nice social event for them and to celebrate them. So.
Okay,
Yeah.
so where can people get more information?
They can reach us on our website, gcmi.org. Or they can hit us on GCMI Nation on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Okay.
So if GCMI Nation is out there, we want them to come out there and celebrate us and find us. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Willie, thank you so much for letting people know about it and making new entrepreneurs. We love it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Clyde.
Thank you.
All right, Mona, thanks a lot. Coming up here on Cincy Lifestyle, you know it's cold and flu season, but we've got some tips to keep you healthy. Health and lifestyle expert Dr. V. We'll talk about supplement facts, symptom relief, and Mona, sneeze control. All good things this time of year. Then we'll continue to honor Dr. Martin Luther King's legacy with the Cincinnati Museum Center. Got all that, whole lot more coming your way in just a couple of minutes. Stay right where you are. When winter comes, we're all challenged to stay healthy and avoid colds and flu. Well, joining us today with timely tips for staying healthy, Dr. Yael Bernardo, a practicing physician at Johns Hopkins, founder of AskDrV.com, and the nonprofit Get Checked for Life. Thanks so much for being with us today. So, what are some of the top things people can do to improve their health?
Great question, Clyde. Thanks for having me. So, as you said, this is really the worst flu season in decades. And I tell my patients it's really important to keep something on hand at home that if you start to see flu-like symptoms, you can really kind of attack it right when it starts. And so that's why even in my own household, I use boron's oscillococcinum to reduce the severity and duration of flu-like symptoms like body aches, headaches, fever, chills, fatigue that you experience. And it really is for everyone in your household. So everyone ages 2 and up can use this. And it's a homeopathic medication, so you don't have to worry about interactions with other things that you might be on. And it's easy for you to get at your local supermarket or pharmacy. You do not need a prescription for it.
And what's the biggest winter wellness challenge people face this time of year?
Great question. You know, we just came off of the holiday season where we ate tons of comfort food. You kind of feel sick and kind of full in your stomach. And you're really only as healthy as the food that you eat, right? So it's important that digestion is really kind of top of mind this year. And I love to, encourage my patients to realize that you have to incorporate a good quality probiotic into your lifestyle and your daily regimen. And so that's why I love Life Extensions. Life Extensions Flora Assist probiotics actually have, science-backed research, and they've created products that help you live your healthiest life. They offer a diverse family of products to help digestion, maintain your GI balance, your oral hygiene, and your just general overall whole body health. In particular, I really encourage my patients to use the Fluorasys GI because they have a unique bioactive blend of compounds that actually targets and helps to remove unwanted bacteria and then give you that 6 healthy probiotic strains back in so that you can really be like the best you from the inside out.
Got any other suggestions for improving your health this time of year?
Excellent question. I mean, we all struggle with getting enough sleep. And if you're like me and you're really challenged for sleep, it's important that you feel like you're, waking up refreshed and that your body can really regenerate. And so that's why Objective, science-backed natural source for targeted wellness solutions, has just released Fast Asleep. And I love this because it does not have melatonin. A lot of patients come to me and say, Dr. V, I can't take melatonin because, I've got weird, kind of vivid, intense dreams. And so this is a great alternative for them because it's a natural product that has no melatonin, but actually has GABA that's going to help relax your mind, and then saffron, which is going to keep you asleep. And so this is, a great bonus is that it tastes fabulous. It's a delicious chocolate that you take one at night, and then you kind of drift off to sleep. So, as we're starting a new year and you want to be your best self, it's really important to think about like an overall regimen to just, kind of go inside and just be your best you from the inside out.
If we're interested in more information, where can we go?
Check out tipsontv.com.
With all the events going on today, there's nothing quite like a commemoration going on at the Cincinnati Museum Center. And right now I want to welcome Emily Logue Rose, Manager of Community Collaborations at the Cincinnati Museum Center. Thank you so much, Emily.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me be here.
Oh, absolutely. All right, so today is a great day.
It is.
At the Museum Center.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Sure. We are having an event called Pursuing His Dream, and it's from 10 to 4 today at the Museum Center, so it just started. We have a lot going on that day. It's for anyone, any age. If they want to come down, there's no school for a lot of kids, so it'll be a great day.
So are you going to have some speakers there?
Sure.
Well?
Yes, we have a lot of great speakers coming. I'm excited for all of them. One in particular is the Greater Cincinnati Association of Black Journalists will be speaking in the afternoon, and WCPO's own Kenan Oliphant will be on the panel.
Yeah. We love Kenan.
Well, he's going to be there, and I'm excited to meet him.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, you will enjoy Kenan. He's great. He's great. All right. So tell me, this is also very family friendly.
Yes.
So you've got kids things going on as well.
Yes. One thing in particular I'm really, really looking forward to is they're a returning group. They're called A Child's Drum, and they're a children's percussion group. They were there last year, and they're going to wow us with their percussion skills at 11:30 and 12 o'clock.
Oh, right. What about crafts for kids?
Oh man, I love crafts.
I do too.
I can never color.
Not
within
good
the
at
lines.
it, but I love them, right?
Yeah, the Weston Art Gallery will be down in our Children's Museum and our kids space from 10 to noon. So Tia Brown will be there.
Tia, she used to work here as well.
Oh, awesome. I love Tia.
Yes.
They'll be there doing some arts and crafts in that space. And then also in kids space from 2:30 to 4:30, we will be doing a program called Hope and Dream Flags, where anyone, you don't have to be a kid, can write or draw their hope for MLK Day, their week, their year. It's a really great program.
All right, this all sounds exciting. All right, so tell us where people can get more information so
Sure.
we can get some people down there.
Sure. Our website is a great place to get information. It's cincymuseum.org, and it'll have all of our activities listed for Pursuing His Dream.
All right. Thank you so much, Emily, for
Thank
coming
you.
on. We appreciate it. It's going to be
Thank you.
fun
Yes.
and interesting and inspirational
Yes.
at Cincinnati Museum Center.
Yes.
Clyde.
All right, Mona, thanks a lot. We'll be back with more Cincy Lifestyle on the other side of the break. Plus, be sure to check us out on Instagram. That's where you'll find we post all kinds of stuff from behind the scenes, here in the studio, and while we're out in the community. So be sure to follow us on Instagram at Cincy Lifestyle. Stick around. Yes, another beautiful look at our skyline. You know, I've been in Cincinnati for 500 years. I've driven past that church every day, and I
Yes.
still do not know its name.
Well, let us know
But-
if you know the name of that church.
But it
let
looks
us know.
marvelous against the skyline.
It does.
Yes,
It's beautiful.
it does. Great day today.
Yeah.
Now, coming up tomorrow, right here on Cincy Lifestyle, we're going to take a trip across the river to a unique boutique. See, we like to rhyme here. Going to go inside Coveted Boutique, a cozy little shop with a hidden gem inside.
Ooh, I'm excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we celebrate National Granola Bar Day. Yes, Grandola Granola will be here to give us a few recipes you can make at home.
Are they coming in a gondola?
Okay, let's go with rhymes of granola for the rest of the show. Okay, we'll have all that, so much more tomorrow. You got to tune in.
That's right. We're going to head on out right now.
That's right. Okay, we are still on the head jokes. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming and watching us today. We appreciate it. Get out and get involved in an MLK event today. Really great way to honor him. Make it a great day.
Thanks for watching our video. If you liked what you saw, hit that subscribe button. You can also check out full episodes of the show you've never seen before or watch your favorites again and again. And as always, make it a great day.